the US is killing their own. Always. Even in the movies. Even in real life, you are always killing your own. Hi guys and girls, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to compare Charlie Kirk's Assassination to a movie from 1998 called Snake Eyes. I find the similarities between what happened to Charlie and what happened in the movie very weird and suspicious and crazy. So let's start with the name of the character who was killed in the movie. His name was Charles Kirkland. That's pretty fucking similar to Charlie Kirk. You have to admit it, that it's weird. Also, both Kirkland in the movie and Charlie Kirk in real life were shot in the neck, okay? And they were shot in crowded public events. Moreover, the movie shows a billboard with a date resembling September the 10th, the date of Kirk's shooting. And the guy who shot Kirkland in the movie, his name was Tyler. Can you imagine? What the hell? So his name was Lincoln Tyler, and the guy who killed Charlie was Tyler Robinson. I mean, I'm not sure he was the one who killed him, but the alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk is Tyler Robinson, who looks like he's drugged out of his mind in the courtroom. And I think that they're drugging him on purpose so he can not say anything, in my opinion, allegedly. In the movie version on VHS, one of the characters said, "Hey Twixie," which people then connect to the girlfriend of Tyler Robinson, Vance Twiggs. That's also weird. The tranny, his or her name is Vance Twiggs. I don't know why is no one talking about him or her anymore. Tyler allegedly killed Charlie because Charlie was a racist and he hated trans people allegedly and blah blah blah. Why is no one talking about his trans girlfriend? And the plot of the movie also involves Israel. So we all know that Charlie Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA, was fueled by Israeli donors. They were pouring a lot of money into his organization. And lately, he wanted to drop them all because he felt pressured to change how he felt about what Israel is doing in Gaza. And he wanted to drop the Israeli cause, and Israel didn't like that, allegedly, in our opinion, in my opinion. And that's why we think they had something to do with his assassination. I also think that Erica Kirk was an asset to them, and she knew Tyler Boyer, another Tyler. There are so many Tylers in this story and so many child trafficking claims, but we're gonna leave that for another video. So in the movie, there was this Hurricane Jezebel, and people connect this to an article published on Jezebel, a feminist magazine, which said that they are going to pay Etsy witches to curse Charlie Kirk days before he died. I think it was on September the 8th. And after he died, they removed the article and they said that they had nothing to do with it. It was purely coincidental. Maybe your curse worked, so fuck you. I don't believe in curses, but I don't know. And one more thing, the shooting location of Charlie Kirk, Orem in Utah, supposedly means snake or serpent. So people connect the name of the city or place to the name of the movie, Snake Eyes. And you have to admit that all of this is pretty fucking weird. I am not a huge conspiracy theorist. I think that the government is lying to us most of the time, allegedly. But I also don't believe everything I hear online. I don't believe the earth is flat. I do believe that the government was involved in JFK's murder and Charlie Kirk's murder. The US is killing their own always, even in the movies. Even in real life, you are always killing your own. What's pretty fucking disturbing about Charlie Kirk's death and this movie is that both people who died had similar names: Charlie, Charles, Kirk, Kirkland. You have to admit that's pretty fucking shady. Both events involve public shootings in crowded arenas. Also, the shooter was named Tyler in both settings, in real life and in the movie. And there was someone making a distraction both in the movie and in real life. I think the dates were debunked, so the movie didn't actually show September 10th. It showed some other date. You cannot clearly see it, so we cannot say it's true. And no one can confirm if the VHS only line Hey Twixie actually took place in the movie. If you have that version of the movie, watch it and make a video on it. People on Reddit seem to agree with me because there's this thread. The movie Snake Eyes has the same names and facts as Charlie Kirk's murder, and the guy who posted this said, how in the F is there a movie from over 20 years ago with similar names and facts from things that are going on right now with Charlie Kirk's death? This is getting comically entertaining and disturbing, I would add. Another guy said, I'm watching the movie now. It's pretty crazy that he got shot in the neck. That's another weird part. Another comment says, both events took place on 9/10. This was debunked. Shot in the neck, this was true. Named Charles Kirkland, this was true as well. And Tyler, the executioner accused, this was true as well. And now I'm just going to add two more. So the person on Reddit says that the cover of the movie says, believe everything but your eyes. And that's also true, which is weird to think about. We saw him die and we're not supposed to believe it. I don't understand. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. He is dead. We watched blood pour from his neck, and his security, who he paid millions of dollars to keep him safe, didn't rush to help him. They left his neck to hang like this, allegedly. And yeah. And also the movie is called Snake Eyes, and they say, people on Reddit, that it's the year of the snake. If you know more about that, share in the comments. I don't know anything about a snake year. Is that in the Chinese calendar? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I find it interesting, to say the least, that there are so many coincidences and similarities between this movie and what happened to Charlie. Mostly because of how the person was killed, shot in the neck, and the name. That's it for me. The rest, I think, can be easily debunked, but how did they come up with that exact name, and why was the person killed in that manner? Maybe someone who is planning out these murders, public shootings in the government, allegedly, maybe they're watching movies and they're like, yeah, I like this plot. Let's apply it to people we want to kill and who are a liability, and no one will ever figure it out. And we're out here figuring it out. Imagine if it's as crazy as this sounds. Imagine if this was true. Another person said, I just watched the movie and the similarities I saw were the name, the fact that they were both shot in the neck, the date, the strange line about Valhalla said by the government official, and Tyler the executioner versus Tyler the assassin. And another person said, I thought Tyler was the fall guy. And you're completely right. In the movie, it was probably the fall guy. And in real life, it's still the fall guy. Tyler didn't kill Charlie. He looks like he's drugged out of his mind. I cannot imagine him with a rifle in his hands. I will link the thread and a source to the article about Charlie being cursed by some writers and some Etsy witches in the description below, so you can read more about that. And I will also watch the movie and come back and make a new video on it to tell you if the vibe I'm getting is the same vibe that I'm feeling right now, finding out about all of this shit, being weirded the fuck out. And yeah, stay tuned for that. What do you guys think of all of this? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and see you in my next one. Bye, guys.